thing to do. And then you're probably wondering, but isn't Lord Sulfuris jungle? And as we saw yesterday, he's good in both situations, and he can always like rotate into the jungle. So you can either put him off lane, or you can put him mid, or you can put him short lane. But it's not an Imba Boy hero, so I would imagine it is going to be on Tankafet, but it could be in other places as well. And giving away both of those heroes would be very stupid in my opinion. But they could also skip to Ophelia. And if they do, I gotta say that I believe coL will pick it up, because I've seen them play a lot of Ophelia recently themselves, which is not something they used to do. So I would be very surprised if they didn't do that this game. If it's left open, that is.
Yeah.
And usually with their Ophelia lineups, of course, they have a standard formless hero such as Ogi or something like that. So, okay. Are we going to see a Thunderbringer?
Yeah, that would be something. Like global strat.
Crazy damage with the Sulfuris Forest as well.
Yeah. Could be some big burst, yeah. I mean, Santa Wraith it's just obviously not, you know, not ordinary, I guess. Anyways, we see ECX picking up a lot especially, so.
Yes. I am still so surprised, though, how they're not, like, I'm still trying to figure out why coL are banning the way they're doing. Because if we look at this game, right, they ban out Warbeast and they ban out Arachna. So Arachna I talked about last game. They really shouldn't care about Arachna in terms of tank as Ophelia. Like, if you can choose between playing against Arachna or tank Ophelia, I think we both know the answer to that. So I think their bans should be directed in other ways. Alternatively, leave both of them open, because if ECX picks Warbeast, they get Ophelia or vice versa. And I think that's a trade you're fine to take.
You see, what you got is going through a couple of those, Ophelia and Tempest.
Yeah, there we go. And Ogi happens to be a very good hero against Sanriff because he can sustain, but a very bad hero against Lord Sulfuris. So it will be interesting to see what kind of carry they'll pick up. Oh god, not that strategy again. I've never played against something more frustrating than this, like we did yesterday. That was like Sanriff ultis, and you're like, we're Vindicator silenced. We can't do anything.
Yeah.
And we have a Miraxis there, of course, and Mickey could never get his ulti off. He's like, yeah, I'm coming and I'm silenced. I'm dead.
The final chapter, and then the totem as well. It's an annoying ability. It's understandable. And yeah, they ran it as a support, and it seems like it worked out. Clearly, you were frustrated by it, so
yes.
I think that's kind of a goal of it for sure.
This is a typical lineup here in Hellborn, though. Ophelia, Rhapsody, and B. That's definitely, and then they would 190% add Oogie there if there wasn't a Sulfuris, but Oogie ended up being banned, so. But this is definitely like coL's way of playing Ophelia. That's B, Ophelia, and Rhapsody, or Midas, Ophelia, and Rhapsody. Those two combos is something they have very regularly when they have Ophelia.
So you mentioned Oogie ban there, so yeah, I mean that's interesting because they do have a Sulfuris, and honestly Vindicator you'd figure is actually even decent against the Oogie, so
yeah,
really shows you the respect there though.
Same goes if they go like Doctor or Repulsor will be completely useless this game.
Yeah,
I believe it's going to be something like a Malikan on coL. Even that hero is obviously not the best hero against Lord Sulfuris, but you can't just sit and say like, because on paper no hero is good against Lord Sulfuris. Like no carry is good because you can't get healed for 10 seconds. Like what are you going to do? So I think they're just going to have to go with one of their comfort heroes, and I would say it's going to be, if their other heroes are banned, it's going to be Malikan. Drunken Master is actually fine against Lord Sulfuris, but you don't want him as a single core. So if they do decide to go Drunken, I believe they're going to have to put it on Fussy Mid, and then another core on Formless. But we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, well, they banned Malikan too, so.
Looks like they've done their research. Ogi, Doctor, and Malikan.
You know a hero that Formless used to, like when they first started to break on with Nullstone Gaming, Gemini is a hero we haven't seen in a long time.
True.
I wonder if that's something they could be thinking about possibly.
Ooh, Magnus went all the way through. What did they ban? Prisoner, Miraxis, and Pep. Okay, no. That was good bans. I definitely think they want to give them Magnus over those three heroes. So I think that's good. I guess Silhouettes? But Silhouettes also, like, God, Vindy.
Vindy's good, yeah. Kind of ECX knows that. I mean, they're kind of one of these few first teams that we're seeing now kind of pick up on that a little bit. As a support, too, I think it's the biggest thing.
Yeah, Drunken, there we go. Completely expected, but it cannot be a single core. Like, they cannot win this game by having a single core. Ugh, what other hero can I go here? Solomon, but it's Gentleman Band.
No, you can't do that.
No, Silhouette. Like the right clicking. Yeah, okay. Silhouette and Drunken. Yeah, that's fine. I guess. Madman, no. Dark Lady's bad. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be Silhouette. I don't see any other hero that will do good this game. And on pay, she also, of course, completely destroys Magnus in a 1v1.
What about something like a Master of Arms, actually, to help with Save Global? I guess, again, Vindicator good against stopping that, but Master of Arms, I feel like, could be interesting here.
I personally really dislike the hero, but I do see what you mean with the global, of course. So I feel like he'll land Master of Arms shield.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's a good enough carry to deal with it.
Okay.
I mean, Puppet's still up as well, but that's the thing. Like, Vindy, Sandrave, Puppet is going to die every team fight. I mean, they could go Gladiator. Gladiator's ulti is very good to mitigate a lot of damage from the Legion lineup. But that's 2 semi-carries and no hard carry.
They were right-clicking the Madman for a while.
It has to be Silhouette.
Seems like those 2 is what they're really deciding on.
Yeah, not Madman. Please, not Madman.
Why do you dislike Madman so much this game? Because of the Vindicator?
No, I don't. Oh, yeah, no, it's the Vindicator, and the fact that he's a melee hero against all of that. Like, Sandrift goes in, Magnus Holt goes in, Lodestone goes in, Lord Sulfuris goes in. He has no way of ever getting out. When he's in, he's in. And the Sola can always get out with Illusion when she's not ulted, but she will also go Geos to perch off the Vindicator ulti. Yeah, no, I really dislike it, but we'll see if it works out. Because he needs first item Shrunken pretty much. And even then, like, he can still get instantly killed with the Legion lineup.
Or first item Staff.
Oh, for the love of God.
Could just say, you know what? I'm gonna accept death, but I'm gonna take people with me.
I really hope we will not see the Steam Boost Cleaver into Staff build that Probus does, because it is so unbelievably bad. Like, Staff is a very good item. We all know that. But you need damage before you go in there. Like, I remember seeing, like, Probus get it, and then he died. And then I saw him just, like, tickling the the enemy team's heroes until he finally died. Mm-hmm. Like, you need damage. So I guess in this game, he needs a Nullstone, I feel like. But at the same time, he needs a Shrunken. So he's either going to have to choose to go Nullstone into Geos or Shrunken into Geos, and I think Nullstone is bad. So I think we're going to be seeing a Cleaver, Geos, Shrunken first 3 items this game. And then after that, Wingbow and Staff, I guess, would be 2 good items.
Yeah.
Unless he likes the Probus way of building it, which is, of course, Cleaver and Staff. And I might be very wrong. I am wrong sometimes, and
well,
I'll
say I agree with you, and we have some of the examples of it. Not only with him, but there actually there's another team. I want to say it was LGT. Even when we were watching them in the groups, they did it several times. They go first item into Staff of the Master, and you could just tell the lack of damage was really noticeable.
Yeah.
Despite
I mean, sure, it's cool.
Good.
You're a ghost. You can hit people, but
yeah,
you don't do any damage.
I think it's one of those kind of, as you point out, it's like a cool thing. It's like it's kind of newer thing. It's a cool thing. People like it for that. But if you're trying to win the game, probably not your best bet to do it straight into it, at least. So, speaking of that, actually, Lord Sulfuris, we had a little bit of a phase of Staff of the Master that we saw, but that kind of died out pretty quickly.
That was only shotgun. Like, the reason I started playing Lord Sulfuris is because Fian played it. Like, I played it against him, and I was like, holy moly. And then that's where I got, like, the reason for picking the hero up eventually. But as for who started with Staff, that was Shortgun. He picked it all the time, and every game in TMM, and obviously the games he were in Honkcast when they were in... Are they still in Diamond? They're not, right?
No, they're not.
Okay, so now when they were in Diamond, he bought it, but I don't like it. I think the the tablet PK sheep is way better.
Okay.
You don't really have to go to PK. I just really like it. I feel like you go in, you get, like, you W before you blink in, right? You blink in, you hit him, you Q, then you W again straight away. And it also provides you with chase material. And then, of course, you have the tablet to either use offensively or defensively. I personally just like the combination. I don't know if you remember old school Dota where then they picked up tablet PK on every hero he played.
I don't.
I kind of watched a lot of his replays with the heroes that
we're talking about Dota or Dota 2.
No, the original Dodo.
Original Dodo.
Like,
okay.
yeah, when I started playing mid, I watched a lot of his replays and how he utilized the PK and tablet.
Huh.
And I got it from there, and I wanted to try it out. And I do it in most heroes, to be honest, because I'd like the kind of playstyle that it gives.
Yeah. I mean, no doubt. Yeah. Having Portakey and Sheepstick too, like that combination's any hero.
Yeah.
It's
Of course, yeah. That's the good thing. When you do eventually get your Sheepstick, you will always get the proper target.
Yeah.
But he's going to need a Shrunken on tank in this game. So I'm guessing tablet, Sheep, Shrunken, I'd say. Yeah,
right.
yeah. I'd say that is his build.
Take a bet playing it here. How about this setup? Looks like Rhapsody going to be going aggressive with Drunken Master at the bottom. Sending an aggressive duel in here.
I think Ophelia should be with them if this is what they want to do. Like, because Legion has no way of pushing out an Ophelia. So I like it. I like the man up because it is the Sandrift lane after all. And I have seen this Rhapsody Drunken lane quite often from coL, and they've had quite a bit of success with it. But now they're playing against the self-forward jungles. So I feel like what you got should be up there and can be up there because they can push him out. You know, they don't have a Glacius, they don't have a Voodoo Jester. They have no hero that directly counters one neutral, and they have no hero that is good against neutrals. So I feel like he should be long lane as well. But I like it. I just feel like Philly should be there.
Okay.
As for the mid lane, of course, it's Magnus versus Behe. It's going to be very even, depending on Volcanic Touch from Magnus. And Sane is actually not even going to lane top. It's going to be a quad lane bottom because they know complexity is long lane because they've seen this before.
We've been seeing more of this lately. This has been like just giving up the short lane as the long lane hero. It's just like, what's the point? Especially with a lot of Behemoth, being popular. Oh,
this is just so good, though. ECX has done so much research on this team. Like, this,
Yeah.
It shows in drafts, it shows in the way. Like, look at this.
Rhapsody's like, I'm dead. All of a sudden, they're thinking they're playing aggressive against Samwraith for a kill, and then she dies. So, yeah, that was very well played by ECX. It's like they obviously baited them into Samwraith right there.
Yeah.
And then it backfired. So, Zane with the Bloodlust. Just like that, he's 600 GPM.
And the thing is, if Ophelia was up here and they pushed out, they first off would have had an aggressive ward to spot this, and they could have actually fought it with a neutral from the jungle, so. But yeah, we'll see how it works out. Madden will have free farm, and Satan is not going to go top at all.
They want to maybe get another
I mean, he has boots, straight up boots, which is great against Ophelia gang, so I don't think he has to be here anymore. But if they can get one more kill, then why wouldn't he stay? Yeah, exactly.
And see, that's the thing too. If you're complexity, you probably just figure it's like the mind game of that he's gone now. He ported top, but obviously he's not showing top yet. So you still have to be weary that he's down here. Oh, Rhapsody! Yeah, it's just the second she gets a little too far up, they're going. But it is tough because Lowstone's their sole initiator here. So
yeah,
not a guarantee. Oh. Maybe they're going. Yep, they hit it. There we go. Rhapsody in trouble. Is it going to be enough for the kill? The totem's down as well, and absolutely it is. That totem doing a lot of work right there. Drunken's like, can't do more.
Yeah, if totem wasn't there, it would have actually pushed Lowstone into the tower and possibly gotten a kill. But no, good totem. Oh, Vindy. Yeah, that's a dead Vindy.
Vindy's a little too far up now. Drunken does plenty of damage himself and shows it off right there. So at least something.
What early game item build does Fussy usually do? Because I've seen this long lane, like Drunken Rhapsody from coL, a lot of times, but what does he buy?
Honestly, I feel like Oscar usually plays it.
Oscar plays it?
I want to say at least a couple times, but he's going to be chased back here by South Forest. He's definitely going to be dead here. Yep, he's dead right there. All right. This bottom lane's proven to have a lot of action. Quad lane versus dual lane, essentially, is what we're seeing down here, as odd as it is. But no, I know he doesn't go hell. I want to say that we're going to probably see like a Soul's Bulwark if it's pretty typical, like a Ghost marches into a Soul's Bulwark style.
Yeah. Oh God, look at Watch Cuts. I feel for him.
Oh my gosh, that is brutal.
Oh, that's hilarious.
At least you can do magic to half of them now, but still. Yeah, imagine if that was pre-nerf or pre-buff.
Yeah, that would have been. Oh God. And the icing on the cake would have been to receive a Vulture Lord with the old patch, so you get that triple stack and it's 6 Wild Hunters and a Vulture Lord, and you're sitting there. Oh crap. Oh well, that sucks for him.
What can he do? There's another Catman champion over here at least. So that.
No, usually when I get a triple like that, I just leave the camp until I get 2 creeps. So I would have stacked the pole and the left camp and just waited until I had double creeps, and then I would have gone for it. But this works too. Like he got double campman, which is really good against a camp like that. So he's just gonna go back here and try and kill it. Take top rune here by the looks of it.
Stack it again as well. Oh, maybe? No, he's not going to, actually.
No?
Oh, I guess he can't. Yeah, there's... Yeah, no, it's still one behind, so... Never mind. Even if you wanted to. Bottom rune... Was it picked up? Yeah, just a refreshment by Lord Self-Forest, so...
Triple stack here, so he's gonna get level 5.5 here. Oh, sorry, he's level 4. Okay, he's gonna get 5. I keep forgetting. Every time when I play Han, I'm like, yeah, how long till you're level 5? And they're like, oh, look at my fucking hero. No, tell me your level.
Sandwraith, he's in trouble. One more auto attack. It's not going to be enough, though. Drunken Master being too slowed. That's the other thing about that totem. It does the slow as well. On top of everything else it does, so. You could not chase him. And Sandwraith survives. Yeah, Vindicator really proven to be quite the babysit support here. You know, he doesn't have a stun, but he clearly has tools to help.
Yeah, it's 30% slow, actually.
Yeah, what else does it do? It does that. It does a silence, obviously. So it's a slow, move speed slow. The closer to the totem, it's even slower. I didn't even realize that. Jeez. Then, yeah, the silence on top of that. So, I guess that's...
Well, this Sandwraith... well, without the totem, the Sandwraith dies when Drunken goes on him. But there's a totem, so they're kind of safe here, I would say. House mid, by the way, is... Yeah, it's exactly even. 29-28, like I said. Like there's just... No one's going to die. Nothing's going to happen. Just boring.
Last hitting.
Boring lane to look at.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Behemoth is out of mana. Okay, he's going to use the Invis and get some mana out of the bottle, but...
No, he could have backed off for 1 second, used Invis and Fog, and possibly tried to go for a kill, but then I don't think Matthias is stupid to realize that, like, he would have known that he would have gone for him. Because obviously they're both level 6.
Yeah.
So.
Saw the Invis in the bottle too, I'm sure, so. Not going to work in most cases, so. In the end, Phil's right there. Top lane, Madman looks like he is having a very good time, 46-9.
Saying it's 300 GPM.
Yeah, but he's 2-0-1 at 300 GPM, so yeah, he's doing just fine. Himself at least. But yeah, Madman is free farming though. And the Rune Cleaver is absolutely going to be first, of course. I mean, this is kind of a game at the same time where Nullstone could be pretty valuable, but...
Yeah, but it's like I said, like he has to choose. It has to be Geo's Null or Shrunken Null, and if we're gonna choose between those two against Legion's lineup, it has to be Shrunken.
Okay.
Shrunken Geos. Did I say Shrunken Null?
I think so.
I meant Shrunken Geos. Like he can't have Shrunken Null and Geos because then it's not gonna deal any damage. So it has to either be Null Geos or Shrunken Geos, and against Legion, it should be Shrunken Geos. So this has to be a cleaver.
So Geos is the certain though that you would like to see.
Yeah, he has to have some way of removing Vindi's silence because it's a 50% slow as well, right? Tapering.
The initial, yeah, it's
yeah.
It
so he has
off,
to be able to remove it. Yeah, he has to remove it. So it has to be a Geos. There's no other. Well, no Fireblade.
I apologize. It's actually not a tapering. It's just a 40% movement slow for 1 second flat. So the taper's on the totem there.
Oh, never mind. Oh, let's not. Maybe he doesn't need a Geos then. I thought that was longer for some reason.
Yeah.
Guess I haven't played against the hero too much.
No, yeah, he got a lot of those reworks there. That's and again, the hero has also been through several stages of rework, so it's kind of hard to keep up, especially when you don't see it ever. So,
yeah.
But ECX changing that here a little bit, back-to-back days now. Self-Forest, he was kind of skyrocketing, but honestly, he wasn't taking off. He's not taking off as much as I would have thought. 320 gold per minute. I feel like by now they would usually be 400 even. A lot of these Self-Forest
I've never really seen the Sanka play this hero, so it might be that he's inexperienced with it, or B, that he had relatively bad camps and he's had impact bottom lane.
Okay.
So he never had those stacks that he normally would have had, but I haven't had my camera on him at all.
Yeah.
But he is 1-0-1, so I agree. He should be a little bit higher, I think. But I haven't followed him, so. But it's Sanderful now, so that's going to be very good for mid and top lane. We'll see where he decides to go. And Drunken is still a little bit higher GPM than Sandreef, so that's good.
Yeah, you see the wards. In fact, one is dying right here at the bottom, but they still have another one up to see. Obviously, what happened earlier on. And actually going to go through some Ancients are Drunken in Rhapsody. Not going to push up that far. Don't want to take the risk. Middle lane. Lord Self-4 is kind of running up the middle lane, but clearly spotted.
Trying to dive. He should just stack and farm. Like, Legion has Lake him, like, by miles. Just take a chill pill and take the game slow.
Yeah.
Because, like, early game, Ophelia heal is going to do so much versus Sandrift. Like, she's going to completely heal up to Sandrift ulti. Oh, that was really close top lane.
Yeah, tried to get the catch on the Madman, but...
Yeah, Shatterstorm was used. Oh, Mindy ult.
Bottom lane, Vindicator to that final chapter. Shockwave going to come out, though. Nier is in trouble. He will go down. At least he does save Sand right there. Off to the side, so... But still the kill successful for Complexity.
Yeah, no, this is the thing, though. Like, coL has better early game because of Ophelia. But then they have Sulfuris, which obviously is a crazy amount of damage. But he's not far... Uh-oh.
Yeah, Rhapsody's dead. That's a lot of burst damage on her, so yeah, left by herself. Drunken ports back.
Well, so he goes Helm on Drunken, you said, right?
No, I think Souls. I would
Souls.
expect Souls, yeah.
Okay, well, he definitely needs a Shrunk in this game, so I guess that will eventually be there. But...
I feel like Mickey is the only one that goes Helm now. On
yeah,
Drunken,
maybe.
So.
Mickey does a lot of weird things that isn't weird because it's Mickey, so...
Makes it work. Most of the time.
Indeed.
470 GPM on Formless here. Getting that push on.
No, I think they're totally fine. Like, they're not snowballing with yourself Forest, as we said. Like, he's not stacking. He's only 280 GPM as himself. That he's had a lot of impact bottom, but after that, he's just been like trying to get roams off, and he doesn't have to. Like, this is their game, late game. Like, they have Vindy and Sandwraith and tons of damage. There's no way coL will win this late game. They just need to get there with a relatively big lead in farm.
Yeah. Man, you see right there the barrel roll from Madman. You know, put damage to Magnus, but is going to deny the tower on top of that. He's going to farm the rest of what's left as Glowstone picked up by Madman. So he is going Nullstone actually first.
Why? Alright. If he goes Shrunken after, I'm going to be angry. You cannot go that combination. No. But we'll see what he decides to do. At the end of the day, when you get a Wingbow in Madman, that's when you do 500 damage per millisecond. So, I guess we're going to have to wait for that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much damage that hero does that people are just unaware of. Oh, kill bottom.
Going for it at least. Drunken. He's got the untouchable still. He's probably going to have to use it right here.
Yeah, it's Rhapsody ults.
Oh, he's going the other direction. He still isn't using untouchable. A little surprised by that. Finally using it in the last second, but way too late at that point. Not that it really would have mattered.
They have a ward there. Did I not see that? Were they smoked? I didn't actually pay attention, but there's a ward right there on the left side. It feels like they should have known that coming.
They might have been failed rot then. I did not notice if they had that on or not. That's a good point though. Yeah, if they weren't fail rotted, then yeah, that's definitely a mistake. Not to have seen that. But they get the successful
top tower
as bottom. Imba Boy does get picked off. Portal Key Behemoth, guess what? Helps with that. Top lane now. No Magnus actually going to be stopped by the Skeleton King.
Really good.
Channeling the eruption. Really nice. He goes down. Well played.
I guess he forgot that Venti ult actually only silences heroes and not Skeleton Kings.
Yeah, it's not going to be freedom this game. That's actually a good point because in a lot of cases you would feel like a Vindicator Ultimate sets up things like the eruption pretty well, but no, the Skeleton Kings don't care.
No. No, coL is looking really good in this game. Really good. I mean, look at Imba Boy's gold here. Like, he's going to have a 20-25 minute mock if this game continues the way it is. And coL can actually go high ground before that, because, like, ECX doesn't have any counter push. Like, all their counter push heroes are go in counter push, you know? Like, Magnus stun, he stuns in. Lowstone stuns in. Oh, what's happening mid?
Oh, you see Self4 chasing them out. Magnus is going to stun the Ophelia creeps, actually, as they're running through.
That sucks.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit. To go farm all those back up here. Just the life of an Ophelia, though. But in the meantime, Madman, 500 gold per minute now. Continuing to work the top lane. He does have that Null Stone. And there's the Astrolabe on Ophelia. So she's definitely benefiting from that farm.
Straight Null Stone on B being worked on as well.
Oh, yeah. Half the portal key.
I like it because the way this game is going, like, he's not going to have a resto before 30 minutes. And I believe Oscar will have his Null Stone in maybe 10 maximum. So they're actually going to get value out of either A, Sandrefold, or B, Vindialt. So I think it's good. Problem is, if they start going Nullstone on every hero they have, like, there's going to be a Resto Sandwraith and a Vindialt. Like, there's 3 spells and they can only remove one of them. But if they can get these Nullstones early, like they have been getting, this is really good. So
yeah, it's going to throw them off.
Let's see how fast. Yeah, so let's see how fast Oster can get his items. But this cannot happen. Like, Tanka cannot be the same GPM as an Ophelia. Like, that's not acceptable at all. Especially not when ECX doesn't have any hero or carry that actually farms the jungle. Like, he has the jungle completely for himself until Sandrift gets a mock. Now, the problem here is that coL cannot let Sandrift go back to static farming because he needs to get that mock by 2025. But if they give him static farm, he's going to have it in a few minutes. So they need to start moving back down here, which they are with Rhapsody and Drunken, but I think they need a third hero. So I would like to see Ophelia move over to their jungle and keep her creeps in there.
We got some information, by the way. Madman, he gets a Mighty Blade, so gonna be going the Shrunken, you would think.
Ugh.
Pick up, and yeah, very defensive.
Yeah, this is a dead Sandrift, by the way. Smoked B.
Is it?
Oh,
the
he didn't have mana.
And yes, it is. The final chapter, but you see the Untouchable. Obviously, he doesn't care. It's
Oscar didn't know he didn't have mana there. He didn't do the math.
Still got it, at least.
Pause from ECX to talk about what they're doing wrong and how they can improve and how they're going to turn this game back around. So, good pause. Probably another piss break, so to speak. But no, let's see here. Well, they need to get that blink on load. Like, I honestly...
3-0 and 2 on Lodestone. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure... Like, I think coL is just going to group up now as 4, possibly even 5. I think 4 and then have Formless be ready with a TP. And I really like that. They should go for towers. But I'm not sure if they've seen Matthias' PK. Because if Matthias gets to ult here with a level 2 ulti, Hellborn's dead. All of them. Because Ophelia is not going to be able to ult in time. She has no... Well, she has Vestments now, actually. Sorry. But I think she will die from... Sandrifold and Magnus alone, because Imbaboy will buy back here if they go for the push bottom. Well, sorry, if Matthias gets a good ulti, he will buy back and then go for the kills.
Yeah.
But the most important thing here is that Matthias and Tanka both kill the Ophelia, because B has no mana. They're aware of that. They saw he had no bottle charges or nothing at all. So the thing here is that Matthias needs to get a free-man stun and an ultimate, and then on top of that, Sulfuris picks off the Ophelia straight away, gets an ulti off any other target, doesn't really matter whom. Mbaboy buys back and pops in, and that's a one fight, and the game is back in their favor.
I'd be curious if a fight does kind of break out up here. I mean, you look at Madman top lane. He's got a decent creep wave pushing up this top lane right now. What if he's just going to try to siege the base even and almost force ECX to have to make a decision in that sense?
Well, they'll take the 4 kills bottom at any time, but at the same time, he doesn't have any mana, so coL might not even go for the bottom tower. They also have time now to think of this, like, all right, so what is ECX doing? Why are they pausing? What are they trying to figure out here? And then they might just back off, because they do have double Ancients, which will not be triple unless B blinks over. But then, like you said, Madman is top, and he can apply pressure here for sure. But they might also think that Vindicator has no ultimate, so this might be a good time for us to push, because they still haven't seen the blink on Matthias. We'll see. We'll see.
I will say, Madman going for the somewhat, well, definitely more of a defensive build with the No Stone into Shrunken. I think you could say like getting a staff then at this point would be silly, really, because again that kind of still it's like, why are you getting so defensive? Just you're gonna get an item that will allow you to live after death in that sense.
Yeah, exactly.
So you really just need to get that raw damage then, you'd figure. He's gonna go to Shrunken next, so something like a Rift Shards I could even see as a follow up. But I know you mentioned the Wingbow too.
They are actually going for this bottom push, and Matthias is... oh, no, just kidding. They were thinking about it. They gave B him mana, but they back off and they're going for Ancients instead.
Yeah, you see Madman, that's something might have been up, started to fall back, but realizing that, no, he's going to be able to come back up and continue that farm. But, yeah, Tankafet jumping up a little bit once again and doing a nice stack right there, but 338 being the top on the team. Not the best of news for ECX right now.
Yeah, he might want to get a Storm first. I'm trying to think here that the target of choice for coL is either Sandwraith or Magnus or Sulfuris, but Sulfuris will never be frontline in the start. So it might be worth picking up a straight-up Storm Spirit here for Tanka instead, or a straight-up Shrunken and just try to fight them. So he might not go the typical tablet sheep route, because they are kind of far behind. Like, They aren't really that far behind in terms of numbers, but their lineup is meant to be good early game and then just win late game. Like, they're gonna go late game.
Yeah.
But if you look at their lanes, like, they have a Lodestone 1v1, they have a Self-Forest jungle, Magnus mid. Like, they have very strong early, and coL has the momentum right now. They are able to go high ground with this lineup, and they need to be a little bit careful, so he does go to Talon anyway. Okay, well, that's totally fine.
And also, Helm of the Black Legion is picked up on Drunken, so you know what? I might just be making stuff up, honestly. So he does get the helm, and perhaps that is something he does too.
Maybe he watched some Mickey educationals.
Yeah, that's possible too. Do those exist? Does it do
No, no, they don't. I tried convincing him, but it didn't work.
People could wish. No, yeah, but he does get the helm, and again, Drunken definitely a hero that makes sense with that because of the skill set and what it provides. Also, we saw Rhapsody brought Sandray to about 40% life from full, just with the Disco Inferno staccato stun combo. I mean, kind of shows you that Sandray, again, he's pretty fragile at this state of the game.
For sure. I just hope they don't give him too much time bottom here now. They're probably going to do another smoke play bond with Behemoth, I would imagine. But if you think about it, Breaking now, like, imagine this Madman being a Silhouette right now. She would have Ghost Marchers, Nullstone, and PK, and what she could do compared to what a Madman can do. Do you not agree?
No, yeah, the split push, obviously, the map control is the biggest.
And the ability to actually get out with the items that the heroes have. And swap, and just being able to blink in and get a kill on Sandray with the Behemoth or someone else. Madman, when he's in, like I said, he's in.
Yeah.
Silhouette can always... Oh, where...
Is he actually going? No.
They're just scouting, They were probably afraid of a smoke play from Behemoth.
Well, just, seeing, and sure enough, realizing that he is fine for now. Continuing to go, but yeah, again, I think Complexity's logic very likely was they were just probably too scared of the Vindicator. I mean, it's that could be pretty powerful against Silhouette.
Yeah, sure.
So that was probably, I would have to think, kind of that deterring factor. Kind of made them go this Madman route instead. So.
But still, Silhouette still always goes Geos and Nullstone. Like, there will always be two ways of dealing with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you have a point.
Trying to make logic of it.
No, it's 500 GPM. He's looking good this game. I mean,
yeah.
And maybe he'll just buy a staff here, die, and kill an entire ACX by himself.
He could do
or
that.
he'll go a Shrunken.
Yeah.
I honestly think Shrunken Basher might be good this game, to be honest. A Basher is definitely an interesting choice. Well, bottom lane.
They're going
Two
to
smokes.
try to set up. Now, Magnus is nearby, though, so... Okay, they're going to go, but Magnus... Oh, he gets stunned, though!
God.
Oh, no! Worst case scenario. Final chapter even used. And the TPs are canceled, of course. That wasn't good. The timing of Matthias was absolutely unfortunate. I mean, I feel like should he have just... I guess if he channeled his Eruption first at that point, I mean, Sandrift was dead, so he wanted to try to save Sandrift there.
Yeah, maybe he hoped that he could save Sandrift, but I agree with you. Like, he should have realized that those were dead. Let me try and channel the Eruption and maybe get a counter kill. But then again, he wouldn't have gotten a counter kill. There was an Ophelia heal ready at the butt. And this is the thing. They're going to go high ground. Like, this what I thought was a relatively weak draft is working out very well.
And look at Madman. He actually goes the Brutalizer instead of the...
Yeah, no, that's good. I like Brutalizer for this game. I think it's really good. And he's going to go solo Conger now, I'd imagine. Or just team kill Conger. Why would he solo it when they're all there? But hey.
There it goes right into the pit. And yeah, obviously Madman one of the best at taking out Kongor. I don't think ECX can really do much about that here, so...
Not at all, and they don't want to take a fight right now. Like they're too far behind. They want to get that Monk on Sandrift, and they need Shrunken on Sulfurious now maybe. I don't know. It's such a hard position for them to be in. Bottom line, they need Mock on Sandrift right now. That's the main point.
That's a big one, but honestly, you're thinking of Sulfurious here. You know, he stressed the R's last game. ECX was heavy on that. Look at this Hellborn damage. I mean, sure, up front, Behemoth plenty, but majority's going to be physical mid to late game. So,
yeah.
The
and he just died again. Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh, where? Yeah, wow, he did bottom.
Yeah, they killed Sander bottom with B.
Okay.
I didn't notice either.
I saw him pushing middle, and then yeah, all of a sudden that pops up. I mean, yeah, he's going mock. I was gonna say, could you bring up any argument that at this point he just goes like energize, you're like just trying to get stats here and firebrand pass at the mock, but no, I guess you still have to.
Yeah, and this is what I talked about. 20-minute no stone Bihi. Like Bihi is gonna have so much impact now. Who is setting up top with an ultimate, and boom, you're dead, Sulfuris. Nope. Oh.
No, actually, nice turn chance. No, they're just gonna run. They're just simply trying to run right here. Final chapter use once again is Near. Yes, Near is gonna be able to pour it out, and the rest do get away actually. So.
Yeah, that was good played. But I mean, look at the difference in coL this game and last game. They were 3-man pushing mid, and they knew that ECX saw that. They go 2 heroes bottom and kill Sandreef. Like, oh. But my point being here that they're setting up plays everywhere. They have no respect for ECX. They're just running around finding plays. And last game, they had better heroes for finding plays. They had a Tundra to find picks everywhere. Even though they were behind, they had everything in their power to find picks. But they didn't. And now this game, they're playing amazing. They're finding picks everywhere. They're playing really well as a team. Like, they haven't done any mistake this game, pretty much. Besides the beginning of the game where they run up before seeing all 4 heroes, of course. But
yeah,
that's, that's saying things. Just saying things.
You know what is interesting on that? Because complexity, again, this is where at times like this I definitely miss Quincy, because I would love to see like a very specific stat here, but complexity playing the first match of the day, they lose a lot more than win. No matter who, I feel like that happens a lot. And again, the obvious, you kind of look at that, it's like they're an American team, the time zone, it's somewhat earlier for them. Some of these players, at least a couple, I think, would have to wake up like 9, 10 in the morning, which, for a normal person, that's not bad. But for a gamer, that can be pretty early. And so I do wonder if there is a little bit of that factor there for that first game that kind of, they're still waking up in a sense. And now we see here in the game 2, as you're saying, kind of a completely opposite almost, as far as their activity.
That would be a very interesting stat indeed. Never really seen it that way.
Yeah. I just feel
sort
like that's the
now.
case. But yeah, there's sort of the hype. So Mock, still going to be a little bit, but by 25 minutes or so, he should ideally have it at this point.
Yeah, problem is that even then, like, Ophelia's heal will completely mitigate the damage from the Mock. Completely remove it. So, but it will still cancel blinks, because I'm guessing they're going to initiate with Vindy ult and then Sandreef ult. And that way they will cancel the blink of Bihi and put Vision on Madman. They could do it the other way around, but I don't think the silence is worth more than getting Vision and canceling blinks. But we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah.
And this is the high ground push I was talking about. No counter push except Sulfuris Q and, well, Sandreef Q. And they should be able to jump to Sulfuris here, if they want to.
There's the Magma stun, but quick fall back. See Truckin, of course, he's very good to go. He's got the untouchable, has a Shrunk in the helm. I mean, he is a beefy man in this game as far as being able to absorb a lot of damage, a lot of ability. So definitely comes back to being a very good pick by them. Madman in the front, gonna help lead the way. But yeah, no, I think the silence makes more sense if anything too, because that way could catch Drunken even before he gets untouchable off. But I guess it could have shrunk it off anyway, so. Now it really wouldn't matter there, but slowly going to work their way through the tower right here. You see 3,500 gold on Sulfuris. So he could get something like that Storm Spirit even. But
he should get Shrunken, I think. That's the only way for, like, that's the only item he'll get full usefulness out this fight, but why aren't they killing the Sulfuris here?
Oh, they're going to try something. Low stun going in. There's a final chapter on top of that. Drunken going to pop the Shunker, though, as does Madman. Looking to turn. Low stun's going to fall, and the team in the midst of it is the Legion side. No, not any longer. Down goes Sulfuris. He buys back immediately. Double tap.
That didn't even use heal.
Didn't need to, yeah. The Disco Inferno's doing plenty, apparently. Eruption coming out by the Protective Melody, and there's the Ophelia's heal coming out shortly after. I mean, look at Complexity's life pool. Well, Madman, I guess, is getting a little low now, but, well, he has a token, so doesn't really care. Hat trick for Formless. GGs are already being called. So he gets the mock, and the game's over. It's what just happened right there. Revo Corporation. So, yeah, the movement activity, too much by Complexity. We got a game 3 as a result. But, yeah, your final thoughts on that game there's left.
No, they played that game very well. I mean, ACX read the game incredibly well. They knew they were long laning. They took advantage of it. I still think Ophelia should have been enemy jungle. But after laning phase, they just found picks